everyone, it's me, Kat. Today is day 94, and boy, I am exhausted. It's a Saturday. I've been working the whole day. I made a very big mistake. I had a monster on an empty stomach. Don't do that, because even though and this also shows how slow my metabolism is. I had a monster at 11 o'clock, or let's say 10:30 to 11, and only now I'm like shaking. So it has been, let's say, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It has taken 4 hours for a caffeinated liquid, to get into my bloodstream. It's actually quite crazy. Yeah. So if you drink coffee and you're like, oh, I drink it at 6 o'clock, or if you have a monster or whatever, and you're like, I don't understand why I can't sleep, is because sometimes it does take a long time to get into your body, depending on how fast your metabolism is. If you're not sure what your metabolism is how long it takes your body to absorb the energy, and also how proficiently, or not how proficiently it works, but how quickly it works. Yeah. So clearly mine's slow because it took 4 hours for it to come in. By the way, my definition of metabolism was very like slangish. That's not the scientific definition. If you aren't entirely sure, just go and Google it. But anyways, yeah, I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, I'm tired, my eyes are burning, my brain is foggy. Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be also a hectic day, but I get to sleep a bit more. What is nice about being so busy like this is I don't think about food at all. I don't think about sugar at all. Um, I get hungry, which is nice. It's not a matter of I'm bored, I'm sitting around and I'm like, oh, I want to eat something, because I'm less, I'm craving, I'm bored, I'm just wanting to comfort myself. So that is a very good thing, to keep yourself busy when there's something like a habit, like alcohol or sugar or food that you're addicted to. So keeping busy is quite nice. I won't say it's useful now, because I'm pretty much not over it, but I've gotten through the hardest parts. I do think, though, that my journey has been quite easy. I think there are people out there who have it relatively harder. I say that because my trigger is chocolate, and only chocolate. I do not have to worry about cake, bread, cool drink. So when it comes to the things that I am attracted to, the things that tempt me, my list is very small. Where you might get other people who they can't see a white bread roll without like going crazy, or they cannot see banana bread, or a hard candy, or licorice, or jelly babies, or all those type of things that make them go crazy. When I go to the shop and I walk past the bakery section, I'm not enticed. I'm not enticed by the sweets. So licorice, jelly babies, hard candies, marshmallows, all those stuff. My thing was always chocolate. Even cookies and biscuits and stuff was never a thing for me. So I do think some people have a lot harder. I mean, obviously there were things I ate that were nice. I mean, I did eat licorice, I did eat marshmallows, I would have like high sugar juice, but it was never a thing that I needed or wanted. Chocolate honestly was my main thing. And I feel like, even though I felt chocolate was so hectic and had such a controlling factor over me, and yes, I consumed like a lot of chocolate, I am grateful that it really is my only big thing. But even though that's the case, I'm not exactly going to now go and start eating other stuff just in case it triggers me and then I do end up eating chocolate. Or I'm like, I'm not eating chocolate, it's fine. Well, I'm, there with a giant bag of jelly babies thinking, oh, it's fine, it's not chocolate, it's not going to trigger me. Meantime, the jelly baby becomes the new chocolate. There's always that possibility. That's like saying, oh no, I'm an alcoholic, but the only thing I used to drink was whiskey, so let's go have gin, or let's drink beer. It's like, be careful, because it could replace it. It could become something bad, like people who stop smoking and then they replace that habit or that addiction with food, because it's something you're doing. And even though it's a different substance, because with cigarettes it's the nicotine and the tar, where you now replace it with food and it's a different substance. So you've got to be careful you don't replace things. You can't think, oh, it's not nicotine, it's not food, it's not this, it's not alcohol, so it's okay, I can do another thing to the same extreme. Meantime, you're just replacing one bad thing with another, which results in double the negative side effects, double the consequences, double the work you've got to put in. So you really got to be very careful, because it's so easy to replace one thing with another thing. You got to be careful you don't now start over exercising or under eating or working too much. You really got to be smart, and you can't bullshit yourself. We like to bullshit ourselves. We like to make excuses, and we lie to ourselves. We are the best liars ever because we believe the lies we tell ourselves. I mean, let's talk about anxiety or depression, all those things. We believe that we are, or I believe a lot of the times, that I am inadequate. I believe I am overweight. I believe I'm stupid. These are things I believe. But the logic part of my brain, the evidence in life around me has shown I am not. So this is a lie my brain is telling me. So if those things can exist, how often can we lie to ourselves about things, and even though we don't believe it at that time, we can easily start believing it. For example, let's say I am staying away from refined sugar, and I have a perfect example. I'm staying away from refined sugar, but let's say last week I ate raisins, and I ate, not binge ate, but I ate a few too many raisins. And yes, I did not go through a spiral of craziness to get raisins and eat raisins, but I wanted them. I went to the shop, I got them, and I ate the whole bag. I kept telling myself, "Oh, it's natural, man. It's not chocolate. It's okay." I was lying to myself, because at the end of the day, I ate way too many. I wanted more. I knew it because it was of a sweet nature, and also I did it despite the fact that it makes me fart like a, I don't know what farts. I fart like a farting gun, and also it acted like a slight laxative, and yet I still went and I ate the whole thing. So I've now had to actively tell myself, this is enough now. You should stay away from this as well, because it could become another thing. So yeah, you got to be careful with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and you also got to believe you can do it. You got to be proud of the things you do achieve, because you can make mistakes and achieve at the same time. There is no final definite failure, no final definite win. It could be a bit of both, you know? Anyway, that's enough from me. I hope you're having a delightful Saturday. I hope you're relaxing and enjoying your family and feeling loved and eating well, keeping active, looking after yourself and growing. If not, there's tomorrow. I'll see you all tomorrow then. Goodbye. Bye.